So, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Prime Video is going to be getting ads. We'll talk about it more in just a second here. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a Amazon Prime subscriber, I got an email that reads as follows. Dear Prime member, we are writing to you today about an upcoming change to your Prime Video experience. Lovely! Starting January 29th, Prime Video movies and TV shows will include limited advertisements. Boo! This will allow us to continue investing in compelling content and keep increasing that investment over a long period of time. Sure it will. We aim to have meaningfully fewer ads than linear TV and other streaming TV providers, aka we're trying to soften the blow a little bit. No action is required from you, and there is no change to the current price of your Prime membership. Oh, that's good. We will also offer a new ad-free option for an additional $2.99 per month that you can sign up for here. Oh, how convenient. Prime is a very compelling value. Prime members enjoy a wide range of shopping, savings, and entertainment benefits, including, and I'm not going to read what they're listing off. Sincerely, the Amazon Prime team. Thank you for being a valued member of Amazon Prime. If you have any questions about your Prime membership, blah, 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 blah. So, I would imagine if you're a Prime subscriber, you've gotten this. Now, I don't know how many people actually use Prime Video. I think it's decent. But I use Amazon Prime because of the savings and because of the shipping. But with all that being said, what does this prove? Well, number one, that Prime Video isn't making them nearly enough money. And number two, that streaming is officially becoming the next cable TV. In a bad way. Look, I love linear television. I've said this before. I'll say it a million times more. I love linear television. I believe linear television is going to be making a massive comeback in the next couple of years. People are already getting indoor and outdoor antennas so that way they can get regular channels and digital sub-channels, and the content on those digital sub-channels is fantastic. It's really, really great. It's really great. We're seeing a new life being given to over-the-air television, and it really does excite me. It really does. That all being said, and also fast TV, which I'll get it if I remember. I'll get into that in a little bit. But this is just proof of what I've been saying for a long time, which is that streaming services do not draw the interest and the monetary investment that these companies want. Because all of their services are locked behind a specific, or all of their programming is locked behind that company's specific service. If something was made or distributed by Warner Brothers, it's on Warner Brothers Max. If something was made or distributed by Disney, it's on Disney Plus. Or if it was 20th Century Fox, it's most likely on Disney Plus or Hulu. Eventually, they're going to merge in 2024, and the rumor is that it's going to be still called Disney Plus, which is the dumbest move I have ever seen in my entire life, considering that the Disney brand is considered poison to many people. They would have been much better off with Hulu and leaning into the whole 20th century side of things, but of course they won't do that because Iger has an ego and he wants the Disney brand to shine. With all of that being said, these services are not doing well, which is why they're resorting to ad-based tiers. You can get a cheaper tier, but it's also going to cost you in the form of ads because we're just losing too much dang money. This is absurd. The Hollywood business model is not sustainable between movies and television. They're overspending on movies, they're overspending on television because they're trying to make television shows more like movies as opposed to just television shows. What happened to the classic style family sitcom with a live audience? Where the heck did that go? Is it gone? What happened to the classic style sitcom with a studio audience? Do you know how awesome it would be to have a show like Seinfeld with a studio audience that people could go and watch? They could go to wherever it would be filmed, to that soundstage, and watch. That'd be tremendous. It'd be absolutely tremendous. It'd be awesome. But no, we can't have those anymore. Those are dated. They're not diverse enough. Seinfeld wasn't diverse enough. And the guy who played Kramer got into trouble, which I think most people have forgotten by now. I didn't even know it happened until, I think, earlier this year, and it happened years ago. So, I mean, whatever. He made amends for that. Jerry Seinfeld stuck by him with that. So, I mean, it is what it is. But we'll never get a show like Seinfeld again, most likely, because everything has to be Game of Thrones, or Rick and Morty, or Fargo, or Murder at the End of the Earth, or whatever it's called. You're going to get a whole bunch of these new stupid, overly cinematic shows and overly nihilistic adult animated series that are trying to somehow be funny. Long gone are the days of true variety on streaming and television. The only variety comes from the classics and how much classics they're able to showcase. But if you want the classics, there's no shortage of fast TV services and over-the-air TV channels where you can get the classics now. You have no excuse to not watch something like I Love Lucy, or the Andy Griffith Show, or whatever. You can even watch Johnny Carson on, I believe, Antenna TV or MeTV, one of those at night it comes on. So you can watch old Johnny Carsons. And that's great. That's really, really cool. But this move from Amazon just reeks of desperation, and the email reeks of them trying to soften the blow and trying to go, please don't cut your Prime subscription. Which, by the way, Prime is more than just video, so I don't think they should be in too much danger of people just canceling their Prime outright, but they are going to see a dip. People who were using it for the video service and nothing else, they're going to leave. They're absolutely going to leave. They're not going to tolerate this. They're not going to pay an extra $3 just to have the thing that they had before for free, or for whatever they were. It wasn't even for free. It was for what they were paying. I would have rather them just increase the price. This is them trying to work around increasing the price. This is them in a boardroom going, okay, well, we don't want to increase the price because that's going to drive people immediately away. So what do? Well, we give a price increase option, but in order to make up the money that we're losing, we'll have ads. Genius! Somebody promote that man or woman or whoever promoted it. Absolutely ridiculous. Customers don't like change. They don't like monetary increases unless you absolutely make it worth their while, and they're not. Amazon is starting to acquire more third-party content. They're really working. It seems like they're working with Warner Brothers to get a lot of their stuff, because they have Ed, Edd n Eddy and Dexter's Laboratory, and I think they've got a couple else. But there's still a whole bunch of other Cartoon Network shows that they don't have, and that I believe Max doesn't have. A lot of them, I think, are still on Boomerang, which why they still have Boomerang, I don't know. Just leave it as a cable channel or a network channel, which I still don't get with the network TV that I have, which is a bit sad, but it is what it is. I'll settle for checkered past on the weekdays. But this is just a bad move all around. This is not a good move. And streamers that do this are not setting themselves up for success. They're setting themselves up to lose customers to alternatives, because there are alternatives. There are all sorts of alternatives. Prime Video and Prime Video, Disney Plus, Paramount Plus, Max, Peacock. There are alternatives to all of those. Yeah, you might not get the same content, but if it's just wanting content that'll entertain you, there's dozens of places you can go. Like I mentioned earlier, the fast TV services, they're all free. You can have a dozen of those, and a lot of those have the same overlapping channel. Warner Brothers extended a deal with Tubi, and they're putting more content and more channels on Tubi, which is surprising to me, because for the past year or so, the rumor has been that they're launching their own fast TV service, WBTV, but I wonder if they hit some sort of a snag with it. They were going to do what all of these other services are doing and launch their own free TV service. And I haven't heard a peep about it. That's the one I'm the most excited for, because I really do like Warner Brothers content. There's a lot of classic Cartoon Network stuff that I would love to see on a fast TV service. A channel that was, if you gave people a checkered past channel, they'd watch it. I'd watch it all dang day. Are you kidding me? But of course, I don't know if we'll, I don't know if we'll ever get that. I just don't. But regardless, they're investing in fast TV content. And it's smart because, well, it's free. It's ad supported. People will tolerate it because the trade-off is it's free. These companies don't understand that when the economy is this tough, people are trying to save as much as possible. They can justify spending a lot on some things, but not on other things. They can't justify spending a lot of money on television and film. They just can't. At the end of the day, that's one part of a person's life. It's not the dominant portion of people's lives. People aren't glued to their television screens anymore. They're now glued to their phone screens. They're glued to their tablet screens. Some people still have their TV screens, like myself, but most people are glued to their phones because they're on YouTube, they're on TikTok, and they can't. The only way they can compete with that is their free fast TV services. But if there's not good content there, they can't compete. So, in conclusion, this is a stupid thing that they're doing. Really, really dumb. They should be making up what they're losing with Freevee, their free TV service. They have their own fast TV service. But instead, no, they're just going to shovel ads down all of our throats. Because that's what people want. They want ads for things that in a bad economy they can't afford to buy if they want to. It reeks of out of touch. If they had just increased the price slightly, then people wouldn't have complained, but they can't increase it slightly. They're losing too much money. This is the next best thing, is ad revenue. It's unbelievable. At this point, people should just cut Prime and watch Freevee. I don't know how these people think. These executives, I don't get it. They're some of the dumbest people in the world, yet they hold these high positions in these companies. I've always said, if I was in charge of one of these companies, I have a billion different ideas on how to get customers. Based on years of consuming various different types of content and gaining an understanding of what it is that people generally like to watch. And first of all, you have to understand everybody is different. So variety is what you want. You want good variety. You want good classic variety. A good classic library will draw people if it's for the right price. Or even if it's free. One of the best moves that Pluto TV could make this year in 2023, which we're almost at the end of, it's the 27th, was adding a 90s Nickelodeon channel. I had been saying that since the beginning, roughly since the beginning of 2023, Pluto TV needs a 90s Nickelodeon channel, and they've got one now. And it's great. And it seems like they've added stuff. During Christmas, I saw they added Cat Dog. It looked like they had added Cat Dog. I'm still waiting for Angry Beavers and Our Real Monsters, and Doug is on there. I just don't catch it when it's on. Ren and Stimpy would be nice, but then they run into a lot of rights with the classical music and having to pay John Kay, which I'm sure they really don't want to do. But yeah, that's the future, really, is over-the-air television, these streaming TV services, your Sling TVs and so on, and fast TV services. That's the future. That's what's going to make up most of my television viewership in 2024. I've still got network television, so I'll still use that as long as I've got it. Fast TV services, and then I'll still have Prime Video because I'll still have Prime. I'm not going to cancel Prime. I understand a lot of people want to cancel Prime, and I'm not here to tell you whether you should or shouldn't cancel Prime. I think it's fine if you want to cancel Prime because this is bull crap. But some people find Prime useful for the savings, the shipping, and they use Amazon enough to justify it. I've always said, don't get Prime unless you use Amazon for roughly 95% of what you purchase. That's the only way that Prime is worth it. If you still buy a lot of things, you still go to Walmart and Target and your local shops, then it's not worth it. Because you can find savings in those places. But for the people who are in the position to where they use Amazon all the time, fair enough. And I use Amazon pretty much all the time anyway, so it is what it is. So, that's the Prime Video ad situation. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, Hollywood does not respect you. God bless. Have a good one. Peace.